Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Nerds Order Music. Today, our guest is the band Skies of Terra. What's up, guys?
What's up?
Yellow.
All right, let's get started, shall we?
Yeah.
All right. So, where did this music project of yours begin?
Well, I guess about 9 years ago, I started writing music by myself, just kind of recording and demoing stuff out. Fast forward 8-9 years later, I decided to try and put it out under the name of Skies of Terra. So Justin actually approached me with vocal ideas, and we started doing that. And then we got with Chris, had him record some stuff over a couple songs on the debut album Lunar. And then we had Liam record a solo. And when we had our first show, we kind of just flowed into this idea of like, all right, we're a band. We're just making content. We're making music. We're just kind of rolling with this. And it's been fun ever since. So, that's basically it.
I love that. That's awesome. What inspired the band name idea? Like, where'd that come from?
Oh, jeez. Yeah, Skies of Terra. Searching for it, I didn't find anybody with the band name. It's kind of hard to find like that one name that actually encompasses like what you are and something that's original enough. So when I found Skies of Terra, I was demoing stuff out that kind of had like this ambient sort of airy sound over top of this metal harder sound, and it just kind of made sense with me, and it's kind of just stuck with us ever since.
Not to be confused with Terra and Skies of the Walmart brand.
Yeah, we walked into Walmart. We walked into Walmart the one time and we saw some shirts and blouses and stuff under this brand called Terra of Skies, and I was like, all right, well, I guess
we
lucked out on that.
We were lost. Close with no cigar. Where are you going, Chris?
I need to get a new hat.
You're going on an adventure.
That hat was, the bill was pushing against the back of the chair, and it was really annoying.
All right. So what's it like performing at shows for you guys?
What's it like performing at shows?
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's different.
It's fun. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah,
it's like stressful, like kind of getting up to it, and then like at least for me personally, kind of like getting up to it, want to try to perfect everything as much as possible. So it's like stressful, but it's like as soon as like everything starts, it gets to be like fun immediately. So
yeah, I'm the same way. I'm super like nervous anytime before a show. I get like mad butterflies, my heart rate goes up, and it's like, but as soon as we hit the stage, it's it's just great from there. And I think because we're a backing track band, so we don't have a bassist and a drummer, so it's like we have to play along to the track, so there's no messing up for us. Like everything is in there. Like we have to hit every single cue that we set up for ourselves, so it can be a little more difficult because we have no room to play with. So but I think we do that pretty damn well.
Yeah, it's interesting. We come from like going to karaoke bars and like hanging out as a group from before this band actually started. So I think we actually somehow have this inner understanding of like, okay, like just kind of roll with it. And that's how we have the most fun. Like obviously we practice and do our best to sort of like know like, okay, this is going to happen this way. He's going to come in on this. We're going to wait for this part to be done. And then boom, So like being one of like the two backing track bands that I'm aware of. Like there's us and Nine Stitch Method with Pat. It's interesting because, you know, we're trying to create this giant like set list track and just know like where we're supposed to come in and how to also keep people entertained in between each song.
Yeah.
I think Justin and I, prior to this band, didn't have any performing experience. So the first shows we played, we were so nervous, like just completely stressed out. But
yeah, that was
the good thing about the practice and everything and knowing all the cues is like the moment we get up on stage and we're still just sweating profusely. Once that track starts and we hit our notes, then it just all flows together and we just forget about all that. It just goes really well.
I sweat profusely no matter what, especially whenever you're around me.
Oh, camera.
Well, speaking of Nine Stitch Method, when did you meet Pat and get signed on to Brutal Business?
Holy shit. When the fuck did we meet Pat?
We met him late 2019. He like heard us through, he was doing stuff with First Angel Media in Pittsburgh, and I did a review for our first song, Vice Grips, from Lunar, and gave us some good praise. He also, I believe, he also wrote the review for the album. And being a backing track band, I think that's what like gravitated us towards each other, because like Nine Stitch Method consists of like two to three guys, but like mainly two guys that bring these ideas together. And then it kind of reflects like how Skies of Terra is. Like we don't have a drummer, like we program our drums. You know, I come up with some bass ideas, but we come up with these core ideas that can be potential for a song. And when he saw us coming out in middle of 2019, you know, he had just come out with, you know, they just came out with their album for Nine Stitch. And I think that's really where the happened. It was just really just timing, but he's awesome. I freaking love that guy.
Same. He's such a good dude.
I'm so glad you remember that story, because I'm like, wow, when did we meet Pat?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know.
It all happened really fast, but yeah, like I love how he like halfway endorsed us as a pretty heavy band that has like a decent following, and for him to give us the praise that he has, like I love it. Like I'm more than in debt to that guy for sure.
Honestly, same here. Like he's done so much for me, helped me get groups to work with. I actually worked with him on his project a while back. Dude's super nice. I love him.
Oh yeah, super talented guy.
Yeah,
For
all the
real.
way around.
Well, speaking of album, what inspired the art for Lunar? I love it.
It was kind of interesting. Like my son's mother actually made the artwork for that. And she used these different pieces after watching me write the album for like 7 years. So when she put it together after it was all said and done, I was like, I love that. Like that's great. That like really encompasses the whole thing. From there, like I think we just sort of, we can all agree, like it just sort of has that mood to the album.
Yeah,
Where it's like dark, it has its depressing moments, but it's reflective in that sense. So you see like the character like on the front, and it was kind of interesting. Like she got most of the images on Google. There were a lot of like pieces from Google that she like photoshopped together, and it created this whole frame. And I was just like, wow, like that's great.
I mean, I love it.
that I thought that figure was you.
Yeah, there's some people that like think that it's me because when I wear a beanie, like that's kind of how I look, like with a hoodie from behind. So it's like a silhouette, but it wasn't. It was just some random character on Google that she found.
I love that. I love the way the album art works with the album itself too. Like what you said about how it's reflective and depressing. Like I felt that while I listened to it. My favorite song on there so far has to be "Stars and Orbs." Those are my favorite song.
Yeah, Ooh.
That one's good.
Oh,
Thank you.
wow.
Wow. Thank you.
That's a new one. I don't think I've heard someone say that's their favorite.
Yeah. Stars and Orbs. I actually wrote on a looper pedal. And it was being recorded on video. So that's the only reason why that song even exists, because it was on video and I was able to like reference it when I made drums. But it was basically just like messing with a couple things and just overlaying them. And the song just became this really ambient type thing. And then coming up with the heavier part, like towards the breakdown and ending of the song, it kind of reminded me a little bit of like newer Alice in Chains, like in that darker grunge sort of feel. But it's funny because that's actually a song we don't focus on at all as a group. Like it's one of the one-off songs on the album that, like, I love that song, but like when it comes to a set list, it never really fits with the mood yet. But I don't know. I kind of hope to throw it on a set list at some point.
Yeah, I think we should.
Yeah,
I love
for
the
sure.
lyrics of like I could relate to the lyrics pretty damn well. Hence why I love it.
Okay, yeah, love
Resonates
that.
really
Thank you.
well. All right, my next question is, who would you guys love to work with in the recording studio and on stage?
Not corn.
Oh,
Not corn.
Are we talking realistic or are we talking
Anything.
Rick Rubin? I mean, who wouldn't work with that guy?
I would love to work with Rick Rubin.
Yeah.
He's just a freaking genius.
Yeah, I mean, working with the Beastie Boys, like I personally love like him working with the Beastie Boys. They have that rock sound, that hardcore sound that they started with. Like they were like a hardcore band before they were rappers. Like that's an interesting part of that. And Rick Rubin, I love that. Like, I don't know, our band has 3 singers and we're all different. So I always favor that kind of dynamic. So
Yeah.
um
On stage though, I think Rick Rubin pretty much goes like universally. So
Yeah.
he pretty much got us
in
on
the
that one.
studio, I would say like Rick Rubin. I definitely agree with that. On stage, me personally, I'm just gonna go right now and say like probably the members of the band Periphery. I have just watched them progress, and they're like half the reason why I started doing recording at home and messing with stuff like this. So I gotta say they seem fun enough to like mesh with us. Like we're kind of like free-spirited people. They seem like that too. So
that's a good point. I didn't think about that. Nolly, like
Nolly.
the production end of everything, he's really good at what he does, and obviously live as well. So I'd pick him not to get good.
I think.
probably. Oh god.
I was gonna say, Bring Me the Horizon. Just
yeah,
the creativity that those guys have and the risks that they're willing to take with their music is just it's insane. I love everything that they do and just I mean the guy put a fucking elephant in his song. Like I mean, you know, I mean, that's like it's like he's like, yeah, I wanted to put an elephant sound in the song, so I found the right searched like all these sounds and I finally found one and he got it in the damn song. Like
never knew.
that's awesome. Like
No, that's like a
I
nice
know.
little Easter egg.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, I love their creativity, honestly. I've been a big fan of theirs for a while.
Yeah. Just to see their process and like how their brains work and it all comes down to their creativity. It's just I don't think anyone matches them as far as that goes. So just to see what their process would be like would be incredible.
I mean, on a real level, yeah. Like Bring Me the Horizon to me is like the successors after Linkin Park. Like they are the guys that are able to like come up with music of god dang almost any genre, really, any mold.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane. All he likes is a fucking maniac.
Yeah.
Like everything that he does.
For real. I love their style and they're always so diversified with it too, which is what I love the most.
Yeah.
Facts.
That's crucial. It's crucial to stay like relevant and like be able to get new fans after like each new album, essentially.
Yeah, and still keep their old ones too. Like it's fucking
Yeah.
incredible, man.
Speaking of older ones, I was just listening to Sempiternal, I think it's called today, actually.
Nice.
There you
nice.
go.
One of my favorite albums of all time.
Oh, it's so good. All right, my next question is, what is next for Skies of Terra?
Mm.
Ooh.
Ooh.
We've
Sorry,
been,
I'll talk about it.
we've been cooking in the kitchen a little bit quietly. Last December we came out with Worlds Collide, The Party's Over, which was like a preface to this EP that we've been molding. But it has been difficult to like, you know, mold around our lives. Like we have a lot of different things going on, and even though we're a local band and we know each other and hang out periodically, it's hard to find that time to like lay something down seriously. But we are carving into an EP, and we're sort of like letting things happen at its own pace right now. But we just finished finalizing a song called "Salt of the Earth." We can go on the record, I guess, and say that right now.
Yeah.
We have plans to come out with another single. There's a music video, and the whole nine for that. And we're gonna try and go from there. And we kind of want to touch on some live shows probably in the next couple months once we're all ready. We all have a couple things that we got to do in our personal lives to settle in, but you know, we're not under anyone's mercy, and we're still holding on to the concept of trying to have fun with this. So we're looking to, with Salt of the Earth, lay some more stuff down, and hopefully do some shows. And hopefully, in my opinion, like by the end of the year, people have like an EP to be able to listen to.
Yeah.
I'm excited now. I love like getting new stuff from people I work with. It's so much fun.
Yeah, man. Thank you for listening in on us.
Honestly, I'm glad. I always love listening to new music. That's a big reason why I do this too. You find so many awesome bands to not only speak with, but like hear all their stuff just by doing this little hobby. So it's I
Right,
want to
right.
get more than just a hobby though. Like I want to do this to help as many as I can. That's the big reason
Oh
why.
yeah,
That's
I
cool.
feel that.
Yeah, music got me out of more times than I can count. So I wanted to give back. So I started this up in like late January.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
Yep. And then after a little while, Dakota from DI Records found me. He introduced me to Pat, and they've been giving me so many bands to work with. It's been amazing.
That's cool.
awesome, man.
That's good.
My
That's
final-
awesome.
Bugs.
My final
it-
question. Oh, sorry. You guys go first.
Oh no, I was just gonna say it's awesome when people are showing passion to like putting their downtime into something like that, because it's hard for local bands and even a little bit higher up, you know, staying relevant and then also introducing the personalities that are in the band. Like it's difficult, but you know, gotta love that like people like you are doing that.
It's so much fun, and it's such a privilege too, to be honest.
Thanks.
Like even when I get my stuff together, like work wise and shit, I'm never stopping this. This is one thing I plan on doing till I drop dead.
Yeah, this is it.
I agree, man. I agree.
My final question is, do you have any questions for me?
Any questions for you?
How's your day going?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Always
Kind of
nice.
my window
Always
today.
so.
How's your day going?
Oh, or be the interviewer.
How's your mental health?
Well, thanks to music, it's in one piece. That's the best way to put it, if I'm being totally honest.
Right. Yeah.
I always like to ask interviewers like, what's the biggest takeaway you've had from like starting this up and doing it?
Well, the biggest takeaway for me is just been able to help the bands, which has felt like such a big thing for me, because I've always wanted to do that regardless. And you meet a lot of fun people along the way. And all the experiences, just the experience itself is a big enough takeaway. Like, I love doing this.
That's cool.
Yeah, you gotta really love it from deep inside to like want it that bad. Like as soon as you're like I don't know. That's the problem. Like, I feel like once someone is like way too textbook to the whole process, it's not fun anymore. You know, it's like you got to be able to have fun with it, just like your everyday job or anything in your life.
Yeah, like I try to make these as fun as possible. I try to. So that's like the big thing for me is because I don't want this to be like by the book shit. I don't do that. I like making these entertaining.
Right.
So I have a question for you.
Ask away.
It's not going to be the question you think. We're leaving that
Good.
out.
Good.
We're leaving it out.
Don't even talk about it.
Thank
However,
God.
Hershey bars, on the other hand,
Keep going.
I'm joking.
Ask, but
So what is one song that you consider your guilty pleasure?
ooh,
Horror by Get Scared.
Horror by what?
Get Scared. It's an alternative rock group.
Horror by Get Scared. So I'll write that down.
It got me over my fucking ex in a heartbeat, and I sing along to it all the time. Nah, she's actually the reason I got into this. She fucking tried making me kill myself more than once, and that's why music popped in. Like, honestly, she put me through hell, and that song makes me laugh my ass off about it. Honestly,
I vibe with that, but I
Yeah.
vibe with that.
Are you a Vanessa Carlton fan at all?
who?
Vanessa Carlton, the goddess, the queen.
Sounds familiar, but I'll have to do a re-listen.
It's familiar.
This guy loves that song.
Dude, 1,000 miles. Da-na-na-na-na-na.
He would
And I
go.
need you. Da-na-na-na-na-na. And I miss you.
Oh, that
Da-na-na-na-na-na.
one.
And
Yeah, I
now
remember now.
See, everyone loves that song.
Yeah,
You do love that song, right?
I do. Even though I'm more of a metalhead, I do love that song because it's catchy.
Look what you did to him. You made him like agree with something. You were like, you do love that song, right?
such an asshole.
Because I need everyone to love that song, because if one person tells me that they don't love that song, my heart is just shattered. And I can't do it.
Can you bring that energy to the band?
No.
Uh,
Because I sleep all the time.
Speaking of Shattered, the song Shattered by Currents is what got me into this. Like, that song was what saved me from my deep state of depression. So if you want to look it up, go for it.
Currents.
Yeah.
They're the shit, man.
They're good.
Yeah.
I love them. I want to work with them someday. I mean, they're from my state, so who knows?
You never know, dude.
Yeah.
Shoot high. Shoot high.
Yep.
I'm aiming. I'm aiming to. It'd be great. I'd probably cry on camera, though, not going to lie. Honestly,
There's nothing
their
wrong with
stuff
crying
has-
on camera.
their stuff has really got me out of hell, so big respect to them.
Yeah, man. That's something to shoot for sure.
I have
Definitely.
another question, if that's okay.
Go for it.
Since you're a metal fan, what would you consider to be the heaviest song that you know?
I
It's
would,
like stupid heavy.
I would have to say Soil the Stillborn by Infant Annihilate.
Ooh,
Ooh.
that makes sense.
That's fucking heavy as hell.
Yeah, like anytime, like whenever I'm like I drive a truck during a day, so whenever I'm like going a long distance, I just throw on like on Apple Music, I throw on an artist, and it plays like the songs that are similar to them, and Infinite Annihilator will come on, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this? I have to look. I'm like, why are they drumming so fast?
That was my first reaction too. I'm like, what the hell?
Like, how many feet do they have? Like, I don't understand this.
It reminds me
Like,
of
is
fucking
every
Mudvayne
member
with
of the
Dig.
band?
I swear, it reminds me of Dig with Mudvayne, like when they first did that.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's just so disgusting how they do everything. I just can't stand it.
same. When I first heard that, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I play it to troll people now. I do it for trolling because it's fucking hysterical. But yeah. My friend was like, I fucking hate you. I'm just dying of laughter in the corner. Because I have friends who are like all in the
Speaking
hip
of, like-
hop and rap, and I just trolled them with this, and they're like, fuck you.
Right.
Speaking of like filthy songs, have you heard the new Lorna Shore song?
Not yet.
Oh, it took like probably a good like 10 to 12 listens for it to build on me. Because the first time I heard it, I'm like, it's, you know, just like him. You said,
That's
it's
a lot of listens.
It's heavy.
It's
It's
heavy.
like it's like stupid heavy. And then you like listen to these details and you're just like, what is wrong with this man? Like this is
oh yeah,
that is a bar that has been raised.
yeah. There is no way. Like it's like just was listening to it, and it's like, wow, how is one man able to make that many noises?
Send me it. I want you to send me it after this is done.
I will send it to you, and it is just disgustingly heavy. I think it's like the heaviest song so far this year, and I don't think it's going to be topped.
I can't wait to give it a listen then.
Oh, you're gonna love it.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I
You got
think
any
I'm
questions?
Okay. Well, this is like a two-parter. Do you
Okay.
drink coffee?
Oh,
I
jeez.
can't. I can't. I'm not good with caffeine.
Okay, I got you. I was gonna ask you what your coffee of choice is, but I'm gonna ask you what's your drink of choice, non-alcoholic?
That's really hard. It's really fucking hard.
The caffeine knocks out like everything.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to
Pretty
think.
much live on caffeine at this point.
Mm-hmm.
That's damn. You got me on a good one. Fuck.
Oh, you stumped.
I probably have to say like lemonade or some shit because I drink that a lot, even when it's not summer, just because it's like my chill drink. But
Have
yeah.
you ever had the Canada Dry ginger ale with lemonade?
Yes,
That shit is awesome.
it's
Amazing.
It is
And
pretty good.
people that don't think so,
I used to drink that all the time when I was at college. Like I'm waiting in between classes. I put the headphones on, drink some of that, and just chill.
yeah, man, that's it. That's all you need.
There's
Try
like
that out.
melatonin in it.
It has to be. There's something in it, like crack.
I mean, hey, back in the day, they used crack to make Coca-Cola, so who knows?
They did. They
Never
did.
know.
Yes, they did. That was so fucked up.
They do put crack in Monster though. I'm 100% convinced of that now.
Oh, I'm pretty sure as well, because my friend drank it. He was like up for days, and I'm like, what the fuck, mate?
Days.
Oh.
He
I'm
drank
to the
like
point where
5
I
of
drank
them, and
so
I'm like,
much,
how
I
are
didn't-
you functioning?
Are you sure he wasn't on meth?
Yeah.
Probably a little bit of
Another
both. Who knows?
Never know.
Meth and Monster. That's maybe they could like make. Maybe
Some
they can
monster meth.
Monster meth.
Mester.
Some mether.
Yeah. Some mether.
Why are we sitting on this idea?
Oh my god.
Oh
I don't
god, you guys just make it and sell it, and it's like, woohoo!
Final.
It's final.
We need to go to them and be like, guys, put meth in your Monster drinks.
I'm
And
like, what are you talking
They're
about?
gonna be
Who
like, we
are
already
you?
knew.
You will double your revenue overnight. I guarantee you.
It's the monster meth. The monster meth.
But also, we do not condone drug use.
No, we don't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
also,
we don't condone drug use here. We don't.
Yeah.
It is
No.
hilarious.
Yeah. Yo! Vocals on that square.
It's also fucked.
Yeah.
But we do condone Krabby Patties.
All right.
That's fair.
Krabby Patties.
Bro, close your leg.
This is so much fun, honestly. Thank you guys so much for being here with us today.
Hey man, no
Thank
problem. What's the matter, bud? Don't try and do that shit. I'll beat your ass in fight night again, bro. I'll butterbean you.
Again?
Oh no, not like this.
This is where the fun begins.
Yeah, I know how I'm going to spend my night. We're going to play fight nights later, and it's going down.
Bro, you
What's that
did.
mean?
To be fair, you did whoop my ass like 4 fights in a row. So
What does that mean?
I have
What,
so
fight
many
night?
questions. What the fuck?
you ever played fight night?
Fight nights on Xbox.
Oh,
Which one is it?
thought you just like start beating each other.
I legit thought you were literally beating his.
Yeah, that's what I
Me?
thought.
You did beat my ass like 4 nights.
We
or,
just
like,
beat
4
each
fights in a
other
row.
up until we fall asleep. That's all.
Jesus. You guys are great. Thank you guys so much for being here with us today.
Yeah,
Hey, man,
absolutely.
no problem.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for being here, guys. Have an awesome day.
Yeah,
You
you
too,
too,
man.
man. Have a good one.